right, good morning. This is 3.5, write and graph equations of lines. Also, the objective, you will find equations of lines. The equations that they're talking about will be in slope-intercept form today, which is right here. So please add this as your heading, and this goes with it. M is the slope, B is the y-intercept. Okay, so they give you a picture on this one. I'm actually going to pretend like they didn't. I'm going to pretend like they started you off with 0, 4 and 3, -2. The directions write an equation of the line in slope-intercept form. That's y equals mx plus b. When you're doing this, the first thing you want to find is your slope, and you learned how to do that from section 3.4. Slope is equal to y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. So the first thing again is to find your slope, find your m. Bunch of open spots here. Remember our labeling from yesterday, it's our x1, y1, x2, y2. -2 goes here, 4, and then we got a 3 and a 0. On the top we'd get -6. On the bottom we'd get just 3, which would be -2 would be our slope. Okay, again, we found m to start the problem. Now we're going to find our b value. Our b value is found by using the equation y equals mx plus b, plugging in numbers in place of everything but the letter b. Now, choose a point that you think is easier to work with, either 0, 4 or 3, -2. And I'm hoping everybody would have picked this one. Use 0 for your x and 4 as your y. So I'll start with 4 equals -2 times 0 plus b. Now we'll just solve for b. I'd have the two things I need for a final answer. Y equals, your slope is -2x, and then your b value is +4. Okay, so that's how you do it if you don't have a graph. If you do have a graph, it does go quite a bit faster, and I'd like to show you how that works. Your slope you can just count, so you pick 2 spots, 1 and 2. It's rise over run. So to get from the left dot to the right dot vertically, you'd go down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Well, that's exactly what we got over there, -6. Over 1, 2, 3, which reduces to -2. And you'll notice that's the exact same thing that I got over, let's see, I'll switch colors here, over here. Your b value is where it crosses the y-intercept, which is right, let me switch colors again, which is right here at 4. So you notice I got that answer right here as well. So there is a faster way of doing it when you have a graph. It's just I have to teach you the hard way when you don't have a graph, making sure you know how to do both. All right, this would be the second one for your notes. And there's a key word here. You want to write an equation of a line that is parallel to the equation y equals 2x minus 3. Make sure you underline the word parallel. You also learned from the previous section that parallel slopes are the same. So of this equation here, you want to keep the same slope. Well, between the 2 and the 3, the 2 represents the slope. So right now, we want to find our m, and our parallel slope would be 2. Okay, so our slope is done. It's that fast. But now we have to find our b value, because we're writing a brand new equation through a brand new point. To find your b value, follow the equation y equals mx plus b. You'll notice it's the same thing that I did on the previous page. This is my x, this is my y, so I'll plug them in. 1 equals 2 times -1 plus b. Solving for b. b equals 3. I'm going to use my slope and my b to write my final answer. The final equation would be y equals 2x plus 3. Very similar with this one, but underline the word perpendicular. So to start the problem, we're going to find the perpendicular slope to the equation y equals 2x plus 2, but it's got to go through the point 2 comma 3. So let's find our perpendicular slope to start off with. Well, the original equation is right here, and our slope is -2. We've learned that a perpendicular slope is the opposite reciprocal. So not only do you need to change the sign, but you have to flip it upside down. So 1/2 would be your perpendicular slope. Find your b value by using the equation y equals mx plus b. This is your x. This represents your y. 3 goes first. Your x is 2. Multiply that out. B equals 2. We're ready to write the final equation. Using our m and our b. Okay. If in class I would go over this. This is a really good page here, but I do have to skip it. If you'd like to try these, you can go ahead and pause it and give a couple of these a try. Very similar with this one. Write an equation to the line. Okay. The order of which you write the coordinates doesn't make a difference. Everything is the same as problem number 1. You'll find your slope, you'll find your b, and then you write the equation. Okay, but I think I'm going to need extra space for that, so I'll get rid of that. All right, guys, so everything is the same as the previous problem. I found my m, found my b, and now I can write my final answer here. Y equals 44x plus 143. And the last one is graphing. So when you graph, I like to solve for y, so it looks like y equals mx plus b, and then take it from there. Right now you have 3x plus 4y equals 12. Solving for y, you're done when the y is isolated. Currently, you can move the 3x, or you could decide to move the 4, but only one of them is the right thing to do first. If you reverse PEMDAS, between the 4 and the y is multiply, but the 3x out front there, that's still adding and subtracting. Right now you have a positive 3x. So we want to move that first. We want to subtract 3x from this side, subtract 3x from this side. 4y equals 12 minus 3x. They are not like terms, so you leave them separate. 12 minus 3x. One more step and y is isolated. It's multiplying between the 4 and the y, so you divide every term by 4, giving you y equals 3 minus, then you have this 3/4. Okay, identify your m and your b. Your m in this problem equals negative 3/4. It's the number in front of x. Your b in this problem is 3. When you graph, you plot your b value first, and then you apply your slope. So your b value is 3. So what we're going to do is we'll go up 3, place a dot. All right, so b value is done. Now we apply the slope, which is negative 3/4. The negative always goes with your top number, so you'll have a vertical change up or down, but you'll always go to the right. So since it's a negative 3, you go down 3, and then since it's 4, you go to the right 4. Counting down 1, 2, 3 over 1, 2, 3, 4, there would be my dot. Count down another 1, 2, 3 over 1, 2, 3, 4. There's another dot. As long as you make 3 dots, it's a whole lot easier to graph. If you'd like to go the opposite direction and fill this up, you'd go up 1, 2, 3, to the left 1, 2, 3, 4. And there we have the correct answer. Okay, and that should be everything here. We'll skip this one, but the main thing is that you can write an equation of a line. You can write an equation of a line that's parallel to, perpendicular to, and the last one was be able to graph. And to graph, make sure you solve for y, find the slope, find the y-intercept, and then go ahead and graph that. So good luck with the assignment, and have a great day.